And welcome back to Paddling Pool 227. And we are going to keep following Velocity D2. This time they are going against Megawatt, a very good, very high level pickup, and we'll see how they're able to fare against them. I am Pat here again with Hat. Oh, how are we? How's it looking?
My voice is losing every second I speak. But that's okay, because I'm very, very interested in what Velocity is going to do here, because they just came off a very, very good set. But looking at the players they're up against now, might be a little bit more difficult than the set they had the fight in before. But we're going to have to see how it's gonna happen. I believe we saw. Have you seen Megawatt on stream? I don't think I've seen Megawatt specifically. Honestly, I have been looking from the start. Let's see how it's gonna go. We see that normal Spatana Wiper actually, and a normal no scope either as well. You don't see those too often nowadays. Normal special and a normal special medic fighting against that explosion from Velocity that won them the last game. Quickly losing a slash though, Velocity to Megawatt, as Megawatt is a team going in very deep, looking at that kid get splattered. The crab tag now pops out from the special medic from Megawatt. Gets a lot of damage, and there goes Ori. And it's a very strong opening for Megawatt, but they did just lose 2 players. So it might be an opportunity for Velocity to return if they don't lose all the players themselves. That E-Leader is going to make it difficult to push in.
Yeah, and that Explo has to constantly run away from the E-Liter. Is such a hard position to be in. But it looks like they managed to at least stay alive, keep the threat going on. But Megawatt, he's keeping the zone, and ooh, that's a very painful attack from Bazooka on the crab tank. And it looks like Megawatt, with just 2 players down, like they are keeping the zone yellow and keeping things going their way. Velocity, they're going to need to have things going. Oh, but they have 2 players down already, and they need to push right now. It's just the splash pad. And Megawatt, it looks like this game is going to go their way.
Yeah, I don't think Velocity has a whole lot to say, especially with 2 players down at that time. 100-0 for Megawatt is the opening that they're giving them. This is like already a message. Like, hey, don't mess with us. We are strong. We don't have a whole lot of time to deal with you. We just want to continue. So let's see how it's going to go now for Velocity. They do get a counter pick though, which might help them a lot in this fight.
Yes, we are now in counterpick territory, and this is going to be the counterpick for Velocity because it's still best of 3. It's always that awkward part of the tournament where, yeah, we have counterpick, but we really need to do the good counterpick now. And that's really like, on what map is the Explo better than the Editor? And that's going to be the question, I think, because if that kid cannot really have their groove going with the Explo, it's going to be very painful.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like something like Ilto Ellie might actually be an interesting counterpick for them because of that Explo. However, that E-Leader from Megawatt is going to ruin every single plan that that Velocity might have here.
Yeah, that's very, very tough. Like, you want something with enough like cover so that the editor is not too much of a problem, and like you want to really like give the opportunity for the Explo to get in. But honestly, it's not just the Explo. Like every fight was going into Megawatt's favor. So maybe like if your Velocity, just go with something that you're really comfortable with, that you know you'll be able to re-even the playing field, and as a team be as coordinated as you can to be sure that you never like picked off and singled out.
Yeah, we're going to have to see though. Velocity is still choosing. Oh, a choice has been made. It will be Undertow Spillway, actually. I can see it. Remake Undertow Spillway. I can see it. But it will still be difficult. Because we don't know exactly what Megawatt can swap to. But I'm pretty sure how strong they were. They're also quite versatile in their weapon picks, and Storm, if it's a very strong player, so as well as Yoshel, so that's going to make it a very, very interesting for Velocity. But they're giving their best. They want to continue on, especially after the victory they just had against Boba. They don't want to lose this fight, and we do see the Eater swapping for a ballpoint Splatling, and Velocity not running any range at all. No, I've been in that scenario, and yes, Pat, that certainly is a flush. Only some speed equipment. I've been in that scenario, and not having range against a ballpoint, that's not fun.
Yeah, like if Velocity manages to go through the ballpoint, if they manage to like have paint on the ground and let the sploosh do sploosh things, that could be very good. But the sploosh, it's not the best. I don't think that's the best like options to go there. And Megawatt, they're proving me right so far. They did just pick the sploosh off, and now they're pushing through.
Yeah, definitely are. Rainmaker being shot back to get some extra momentum. That's a technique you only see at the top level, because that's not a lot of technique people even know about here in Splatoon. It's a very old technique actually, but it hasn't been used all so much as moving the Rainmaker team is super effective. The Rainmaker somehow gets the 5, not knocked out yet. Velocity still holding on to whatever they have left, but can it be enough? Will it be enough? That's still a splash shot being splattered there. That is very good for Velocity, as they now have an opening to reclaim the middle and hopefully start their push after hitting a Rainmaker. Is going to be a difficult journey.
But look at that hat. Megawatt is already in mid. They're already in control of mid, and the ballpoint is already in position there to stop anything going from Velocity. Unless there's a crab, but the crab tank is already like immediately stopped by Megawatt. Megawatt is just not wasting any split second, and they are back on the attack, back already at that checkpoint, and looking to probably go for the KO right now.
Yeah, that KO is gonna. They want it. A quick KO is always nice, especially after the 1-0 from last game. But Megawatt is just putting so much pressure, an immense amount of pressure onto Velocity, and putting the Rainmaker on top of here is going to make it even more difficult for Velocity to defend. With a full wipeout will spell the end for Velocity, as Megawatt, without ever having to struggle really, 2-0s Velocity, knocking them out of today's tournament.
Yeah, and really, they were never on the defense. They were constantly attacking, constantly imposing the rhythm, like deciding what the style of the game would be, how the game would be played, and Megawatt really in full control of that whole set. And they are going to advance to semifinals, and with a statement that they are here to win.
They are. Isn't everyone really here to win?
Yeah, but no, Megawatt was here to win more than Velocity.
That's true.
And it showed. And that being said, we're going to go on to a short break, and we will be back with the semifinals.